Hey guys, how you doing? I just want to say again that I'm really happy with this format, this private place where you can watch my videos. I like getting to know all of you, and I'm really quite comfortable doing this rather than being public on YouTube. Now, I have been thinking about my future, and barring a really special circumstances, I can't see myself being here next winter. I don't want to be here next winter. The only way I would stay is if I got a really high paying job, which I don't see happening, or I had like a Japanese girlfriend by that time that I was super close to, and it would just be better for me to stay in Japan. But I don't see that happening either. So I am planning to leave Japan by the end of October or November. And once I get my momentum going with my at the new place I'm in, I'm thinking of bringing my YouTube channel public again. So, anyways, I just want to say thanks for being here. And yeah, I mean, when I was public on YouTube, I heard a lot of people saying how they love my videos, and just I had a lot of fans. But what I found out is like the things people say are kind of like paper thin. The people who were my real fans, you're here right now watching my videos, so I know you guys are my real fans, and that's why I love you. So what happened with Iku? So we're at the Mukogawa River. Yeah. This is my friend, Iku. Well, when I met her, I really felt a strong chemistry from her. Like, I felt like she was quite attracted to me. I was attracted to her too, but I could feel like, I'm sure you guys know in your own experiences, like you can tell when a girl likes you. I could feel that with Iku. Now, the thing is that I had been alone for 7 months, and since September I hadn't met any girls. In my private life, I was pretty much alone all the time. So you guys know that I went through some heavy depression, and like that combined with loneliness, it's a really low feeling. And I just want to get myself to a better place emotionally. And I thought, yeah, I can have sex with Iku. I can have a quickie with her. I know how to do that. I've done that before. She's ready. Like, she's giving me all the signals. But I don't want to do that, because in my experience in the past, when I've done that with Japanese girls, it's a very shallow relationship. I mean, it's not even a relationship. You have sex once or twice or 3 times, and then it kind of dissipates. And I wanted something more, at least a friendship. So she was giving me the signals. She was, barring saying it directly to me, like she was pretty much telling me to bring her back to my place without saying it directly. She gave me plenty of hints, and I didn't move on it because I wanted to build a friendship with her first. And I think she just, I think she thought I was like clueless, and and maybe she thought I was clueless, and she was she was frustrated that I wasn't taking it to the next level. So yeah, guys, that's what happened in a nutshell. So how's my life been recently? Well, my social life, it hasn't been bad. I've just been, kind of taking it easy, not going hard, but making an effort to have a social life, which I haven't had for 7 months. Drowned in depression. I know, like, in my darkest days, I've just said to myself, Ryan, you've got to help yourself, man. You've got to go out there and make it happen in terms of your social life. Like, I'm talking about my social life here. I know a lot of you are really nice, and you send me messages and you offer your friendship, and I really appreciate that. I'm talking about my social life here, like people I can physically meet. So, I've kind of got the ball rolling on that. I met an American girl on Tinder. She's only 22. She's from Chicago. I met her once. She's really sweet. I could also feel she was attracted to me, but when we met, let's see. Her words were saying, I want to be friends, but her body language was saying something more. Yeah, and just the other day I got a message from her saying she wanted to meet again. So I'm attracted to her. Yeah, she's a pretty girl. She's a pretty girl. Yeah, I like her, but she's so young. And she said something the last time we met. We hung out for about 4 or 5 hours. She said she's been in Japan for only a year. And she said, I want to live in Japan forever. And that set off alarm bells in my head. Not because I believe she will, but because she's very idealistic, Like she hasn't seen all the bad things about Japan that I've seen. But I didn't talk bad about Japan. I didn't say to her, look, this is how it is after you've lived here a long time. I don't want to ruin her little fantasy about Japan. So I just tried to get to know her, and I tried not to talk about Japan too much. Well, we did share some funny stories about experiences we've had in Japan. And yeah, once I've met her a few more times, I will bring the camera and maybe shoot a day of us going out together or whatever. I'm gonna meet up with a Japanese girl I met on Tinder. She lives in Kyoto. I'll meet up with her tomorrow. I think she's like 41, which is near my age. I'm not really attracted to her for like her profile picture or whatever, but she seems nice, and I think I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to just make a friend, and she's really interested in America and studying English, so I'm gonna offer her my services as an English teacher. I have my own little business. I teach English on Skype. I have a pretty good deal going on with that, and yeah, try to get her to be one of my students or make a friend. What else? The other day I was at Gyomu supermarket. It was at nighttime actually, and I saw this stunner. I mean, she was, I don't want to say 10 because 10 is perfect, but she was a 9. She was very, very beautiful, very tall for a Japanese girl. In fact, I didn't even think she was Japanese. I thought she was like Korean or Chinese. And yeah, I just had the guts to go up to her and started talking to her. And we ended up walking halfway back home together and talking. She's a young girl too. I don't know how old she is. I know she's in her 20s. And she's a hostess. It's kind of disappointing to hear that. And she said she wants to be a famous actress, which, honestly turns me off. I don't want a girlfriend that wants to be an actress, because I don't know. I have this image that girls who want to be famous are kind of self-centered. Like in their life, they're gonna always prioritize themselves first. And I want a woman who's more like family-oriented and humble. So like a girl saying that she wants to be a famous actress, it kind of makes me feel like she's ego-driven. But I don't know, guys. I mean, I'd be curious to hear what your interpretation of that is. But yeah, I'm gonna meet up with her on Friday, and I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so for the second half of this video, I thought I'd tell you just some interesting stories that have happened to me recently. So, well, this is kind of a really cool story, I think. You guys know I teach this woman named Mariko. She was in one of my previous videos. During our lesson, we were talking about kimonos, and I asked Mariko, did you wear kimonos when you were a little girl? And she said, yes, sometimes for special occasions. Now Mariko is 60, I think she's about 67. But she said she mostly wore Western clothes. But she said that her grandmother only wore Eastern clothes like kimonos. She never wore Western clothes. Like every day she wore a kimono. She walked around in a kimono. And I just thought that was really cool because I'm talking to somebody who was connected to somebody. Now her grandmother is not alive now, but she was connected to a person who, I'm talking to somebody who is connected to a person who only wore Japanese clothing, never wore Western clothes. And I feel really lucky. Like I feel, yeah, really lucky to know somebody like that. Because think about it. In 20 years, 30 years, or maybe 50 years from now, nobody will have a connection to somebody who had a connection to somebody who only wore kimonos. All right, guys, lastly, I just want to say if any of you sent me a message and I didn't get back to you, or I left you hanging, or you feel like, you know, I'm ignoring you, that was not my intentions. With a few of you, you've also lived overseas, or you're living overseas, and I mentioned doing a podcast together. If you're interested in still doing that, please contact me. So yeah, if you sent me a message before and I didn't get back to you, just hit me up again, and I will make a conscious effort to get back to you. Okay, guys, I have 2 more videos that I'm working on right now. One is where I went to see the cherry blossoms at Osaka Castle Park, and another one was kind of at the end of the cherry blossom season. I think I went to go get a haircut that day, and I filmed that, and yeah, so I'm going to work on those, and those videos should be coming up this month. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Baby, but you know